Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars nor the shiny blade. We're just holding to see the road. It's all every day. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't celebrate. We're the zero holders, so after we say, zero holders are after we say.
Good morning, Mega GMs, guys. Yo, we're gonna start off today with actually a kind of cool win. Hell yeah. All right, I'm excited right now. Yeah. Tate fight over. Fucking Tate wrecked. I respect that guy. I mean, he's a piece of shit. Are we on the same page? Tate's a piece of shit. Like, genuinely piece of shit. And I actually respect the guy. A lot. Quickly, and then I want to get us to my win. I got a win. I'm happy about it. Troy, it's great to see you, man. GM CJ, good morning. Edge GM, Cutie, what's up? All right, we're live in one additional spot this morning. I wonder if anybody might guess where that might be. Because we're doing our thing, right? We're live on Abstract. We're live on now. We're live on PUMPFUN. We're live on Kick. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. One more spot this morning, and it's an interesting spot. It's yeah. I've been trying to stream over on this place for a minute, and was waiting for approval and whatever. Got there. We got it. So let's just throw it out there. Let's see. Officially as of now. By the way, don't buy the coin. I mean, do it if you want, but don't buy the coin. We know how that goes at this point, right? But let's see. Okay, officially as of this morning. Yeah, bro. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. Dude, that'd be awesome. Can you stream on those platforms? Like, can you stream on a... It's pretty funny, dude. All right, we're live on Zora this morning, dude. I've been wanting to, like, I got thoughts about Zora. I got feels about Zora. I'm not like all in on the, tokenize every. No, I'm all in on tokenize everything. I am. I don't love coins for everything. I don't love coins for every single fucking piece of content. I don't like that. I do like creator coins. I like ways for people to gamble. If you hate CCM, if you hate creator coins, then you should hate prediction markets, right? Like, creator coins is just another way to bet on whatever. So, cool to be on Zora here. I don't know if I click off this, if it kills the stream. I kind of imagine not. And I don't know what it looks like when I'm live here. But what the hell would be cool? It'd be really cool to catch like Jesse's attention or something. Because you know what they do? They just go and they buy up people's tokens. I don't know where this would even show. Like, I don't even know. And what sucks is, like, I have two accounts here. They're split off, right? I have an account here where I uploaded my first ever show, and it's different from my main account because something got goofed up, and it linked my X account to a different wallet. So my main account that has my first ever show doesn't have, like, it's not my main account. I don't know. It's annoying, but maybe that's a thing we can, like, get merged down the road or whatever. But whatever. I wanted to stream on Zora. Actually reached out to a buddy of mine who works for Base now. And I'm like, dude, you got any contacts? Like, can you help me get through that whitelist? Because I was like, or waitlist. I was stuck on the waitlist. And he didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure about that, but just decided, fuck it, let's go test this morning to see. And it works. So there we go. Also live on Zora, and I'll keep streaming over there from now on. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't remember why that happens too. Like, what happens where you get the dupe accounts or whatever, but yeah, it kind of stinks. But whatever. Okay, most important thing today. Today may be short. My goal, no matter what, I go an hour, right? No matter what, we go an hour. Except if there's like a crazy circumstance, right? But we go an hour. Today's my youngest daughter's birthday, which is crazy to me. My youngest is now 14. 14. I'm already past the years where, like, you know, when you no longer have a non-teen, like, that's a moment, right? Like, that's a bit of a head fuck. Um, so I'm well past that, but it's just weird. My little sweet baby, which, by the way, this one's like the fiery one. She came out like fiery, like fucking passion. Like, this girl's got like this girl's intense, dude. It's funny how they're all so different. Like, one of mine's like just a dainty, sweet angel, like just the sweetest. And the other one is absolutely like maybe even sweeter, but she's also got the other side, and she's got a fire in her, and it's awesome. And it'll carry her far if she learns how to channel it. And that's my job, is to try to teach her how to channel it and direct it and make it productive, right? So that's the goal. All right, guys, hit the like on the show wherever you're watching. Maybe it's on Zora today. Maybe it is. I'm going to keep an eye over there because I'm curious. I think it's, milestone for the channel. Milestone for the channel, whatever. Milestone for my content. Live on Zora. I don't even know on Zora where you see, like, well, hang on. If you go to Zora, if anybody would test this for me, I'm going to have 2 requests from you guys today. If you go to Zora, does it show the live feeds up at the top? Like, am I only one of 2 people in the entire world on Zora right now? Or is it only going by, like, who you follow? That'd be weird if there's only 2 people in the fucking world streaming on Zora, but also maybe it's that small. Maybe it is. I don't know. If somebody would check, that'd be sweet. Okay, my second request, and this is selfish. This is really selfish here, but whatever. I'm going to ask it. I told you yesterday I'm working on a end of the year top happenings of 2025, right? And we talked about it, and we were looking at the meme coin thing that Farouk threw out there. I'm asking for some help. I'm asking for some help. If you guys can help me think of, and we can do it now, we can just do it randomly. You throw it out there whenever, but I want people to, like, just mention top moments that happened this year. And I'm just going to start adding them to a list here. It's not going to be hard for me to do. I've got my newsletter. By the way, you guys know this as well, but I've written a newsletter every week, at least one a week, some weeks 2. And they used to be like really lengthy articles, but we're going, okay, when we hit April, it's going to be 5 years. 5 years every week. Haven't missed a week. Just like I like streaks, right? Haven't missed a show in, or video or show in 2.5 years. We haven't missed a newsletter in 5 years. I like streaks, whatever. What was the point of that? I think there was a point. Maybe there was no point. The point was, I think there was no point to that. I think I just said it for no good reason, which is, whatever. Okay. So I need some help coming up with top 50 moments. In fact, you know what? You don't have to. I can't make you. But I'm going to start it now. I'm just going to start it. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I'm going to throw Trump. Trump coin has to go on the list. Trump coin's probably going to be number 1, right? But Trump coin's there. Melania, we might lump into Trump coin. Might get lumped in. It probably makes sense to get lumped in there. 8 Fest. 8 Fest goes there too. Actually, 8 Fest might be a top 10 moment. I would probably put 8 Fest as a top 10 moment because it was like the end of NFTs. I think it was. I believe 8 Fest was like the definitive end of NFTs. Trump inauguration. Let's put that there too. I don't know how to spell it. Duration. Close enough. I think it spell checked for me. No, whatever. Cutie, that's pretty good. Asking Chat GPT how long I peed. Funny enough, I showed that to my family after because it was cool. They weren't as impressed, but I no matter what, I was impressed. So, like, now I'm trying to remember, like, what were the other, like, big moments, like the big fucking, we could probably say, the executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Let's go ETF, Bitcoin ETF. I don't know if I would count Fartcoin as this year. Would we count Fartcoin? Maybe I'll put it there. We'll throw AI. We'll throw AI virtuals. Maybe I put Fartcoin. Oh, 1010. That's good. That's good. Yeah. By the way, we got a little 1010 talk today too. I'm gonna say Wrecked Brands because I think they had a monster year. I don't know that they'll be in the top 10, but they'll be in the top. I think Wrecked will be in the top. Like they should be in the top 50. Regular Animals, good one. Yeah, the really good one. Regular Animals. Okay. Good. Oh, Libra. Libra's got it. Libra's going to be a top 10. What's up, Luna? Good to see you, man. Oh, okay. Well, that reminds me. Hyperliquid lighter. Yeah, that's good. What's up, bro? I'm going to put base app up here. And that's just going to be broader like base. Yeah, the digital asset treasuries, boom. Dude, we've got some cool ass moments this year. What was a big old meme coin besides Trump? Chill Guy was last year, right? I don't think I would count it as this year, right? I'm trying to think. Now I could cheat and I could start going through the newsletters. And so the two ways I'm going to really pick it apart, I've got 50 whatever newsletters to do. I've got, I'll have 365 shows. What sucks is I don't always have it in the title, right? At least on my channel, I can do it by the thumbnails, right? I can kind of scroll and see. Actually, that's not a bad. Oh, like Pengu. Pengu was this year. Abstract Pengu. Let's put that on the list. Abstract Pengu. That was this year. We can put Dude on the list. Actually, I'm going to do this. We'll go live. And I'm just going to work. I'm going to work backwards here. Dude, it's so fucking funny seeing the old stuff. That's crazy. It's funny. It hasn't grown that much. Like grown. Oh, Genius Act. Dude, really good one. Genius Act. Okay, funny. So starting out 26, 83, 41, 22. Yeah, I mean, we've grown a lot. We've about 4x, 4 to 5 to 10x our views. That's pretty cool. I'm proud of this thing. Okay. I am proud of the thing. I am. Okay, runes were last year. So let's get around to this year, which we're not far. Because now that I only do this on the weekend, we've got less. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, man. Retake, GM, man. Oh, I didn't change my title over there, did I? Pump Fun. Dude, great one. Pump Fun. Pump Fun. CCM. Pump Token. Real good one. Okay. So now we're going to get closer to, I think, now this is still like early or mid last year, I think. Was Azuki this year? The Azuki token? Anime, was that this year or last? I think that was last year. God, it all blurs together, doesn't it? Hang on, let me bring retake up. By the way, guys, this is just total random. I told you we were going to get a fucking flood of like shitty articles, right? By the way, I didn't read this yet. I don't know that it's shitty, but I told you we're going to see like a flood of shitty articles. I could tell from a quick glance this wasn't going to be something epic. And I do want to read it because I'm curious. I like to see people's takes on how to fix meme coins and NFTs. There's nothing to fix. They're literally working as designed. They're fine. Like price discovery, like heading towards zero is like part of it. It's part of the deal. It's part of the deal. Thank you. Retake, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate that tip. Okay. I think we're getting closer. Okay. Worldly, but no, we're still like halfway through last year. All right, hang on. Okay. Now we're getting to this year because GVC. Taproot Wizards minted this year, right? That was this year. Let me double check yeah, that was this year. Taproot Wizards was Kanye. Okay. Now we're at this year. Okay, hang on. Let me check this one real quick. I want to see the date. Because I think we're real close. December 8th. Okay. So probably right around here. Yeah, right here. Right here is where we get to this year. Okay. OpenSea. Oh, let's put OpenSea rebrand or OpenSea. Let's do OS2/C token, even though it's not out. Let's put OpenSea here. They belong. Definitely AI, like just AI in general and virtuals and all that stuff. Anime Coin goes on the list. That is this year. Anime Coin, Zuki. Anybody just tuning in? We're just gonna start populating the biggest things this year. That's what we're doing. Biggest things this year. Because we're gonna end up doing a show. We're gonna do a show, top 50 happenings of the year. We're gonna rank them. We'll whittle it down to our top 10. Trump official coin. That was crazy, man. It was the 4th biggest meme ever. It was a top 10 crypto. It's crazy. So the Trump token, yes. What a crazy thing. So Pengu's on there. Crypto regulations maybe is its own thing. Also, I wonder if Pengu ETF is its own thing. Oh, okay. I'm going to say the tariffs. I'm going to put the tariffs as its own kind of separate thing because I think there's nothing that killed us as much as that. So it's not a crypto story, but it killed us this year. You know what I mean? Like I think that's I think tariffs belongs. Boom. Is this a real thing, dude? 2026 coin? Dead, good morning. Dude, I need to reply to you, but it looks fucking awesome, dude. Looks so cool. Portnoy. You know what? I'm gonna put Choose Rich Nick on here. Just him blowing up and becoming like, you know, I mean, kind of almost the face of like fucking the trenches in a way, right? Can you believe jail? You know, you start looking at this stuff and you start realizing how much crazy stuff happened. Dave Portnoy's jail stool coin hit 150 mil. Can you even imagine a meme coming out right now that hits 150 mil? Different time, you know. 1010 broke us. We'll talk a little more about 1010. There's more talk about it and what happened and how market makers wiped out. That's what happened, or that's like one of the effects of it. Libra's on there already. Pippin goes on at this point, actually, with what's happening. Polly arrested, I don't think makes it. I think we put Kanye on here. Even though he didn't, I don't know if his coin is official even, but let's put Kanye and we'll like debate that at some point. Do we put CryptoPunks for some reason? We could probably do CryptoPunks, right? If we have a $125 million bid on 4 punks, but also we had punks acquired by the MoMA. I think we'll put CryptoPunks, and then we'll decide if they don't belong, right? CryptoPunks. So we'll just put them there, just general. Yay and Ansem chatting crypto's crazy. I'm gonna put GVC Mint. By the way, in my title, I've got my GVC listed. I think I'm out of GVC. I don't feel the vibes there. GVC Mint. I'm not gonna get what I listed it for, but I just put it up there to signal it's fair game now. Kian Rodriguez. What was that? Was that Tornado Cash or what was that? Oh, dude, I'm getting the sniffles, dude. I don't want to get sick. I'm glad I wasn't sick last week, but okay, Taproot Wizards was this year. So Taproot Wizards Mint. Fuck, man. Fart Coin, I think, belongs. I think we already put it. Yeah, Fart Coin's on the list. Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, let's probably add that. Should we put Chicken Jockey? Do we just do Solana meme coins, or does like Chicken Jockey deserve a spot here? I'm gonna put Barachain on here. Let's go Barachain. Yeah, Barachain. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do Barachain. Let's do Barachain, Monad, Mega ETH. So basically, like the L2 thing, even though they're some are L1s or whatever. I think they belong together, or maybe it's like ICOs. We'll fine tune this thing. I mean, kind of. I mean, we're just dead. We're just picking the top. All these, yeah. We're just picking the top moments, but Pokemon coming on chain. I think maybe that belongs, even though it's not made waves really. But Pokemon on Sui, Linea. We could put that. Is that a top 50? That's the that's the L2, right? We got strategic Bitcoin reserves on. Let's put Raoul Pal, maybe. Let's put the Banana Zone or something like that. Oh, I know. Banana Zone /M2. Let's put that. I think that's a good, like, top 50 moment. The whole M2 Banana Zone talk thing. I think that belongs. Prediction markets. Good one. Dude, great one. Prediction markets. That'll end up being a top 10 for sure. Definitely. GVC. Again, I got my guy listed. 4.2 ETH. I'll probably take. I won't get that. I might take 2.5, but I think I'm out. I switched my PFP back to Kongs. Like I gotta rock. Not that I don't give a shit about my profile picture. I prefer I mean, I think my favorite PFPs are ones that aren't even like worth anything, but I'm gonna rock the PFP of like the thing that actually like supports back, right? I support GVC so you guys know I talk GVC all the time. All the time. I've done hours and hours and hours and hours on GVC. And man, I don't know. Seems like GVC only, the vibes are there if you're a whale or if you're like engagement farming on X, it's fine. And they're good people, good, all that. But I don't feel the vibes there. Okay, we got virtuals on here. Does Laudio? No, not Laudio, but I feel like there's something there. Oh, let's do meme coin launch pads, so kind of like Bonk. Yes, Moonbirds does belong on there. Bonk, Laudio. Oh, InfoFi needs to go here. ICO, InfoFi, Skato. December 13th flop is perfect. That dude Kojo hasn't showed up, dude. Let's put Flog on here, even though I don't, maybe it could make the top 50, but I don't know. Damn, I should have titled this different, huh? This is not. where I thought we'd go, but it's pretty cool. Okay. Again, we got virtuals. We got a lot of virtuals. Vader is virtuals. What else? We got CCM shit. Yeah, we got Pump Fun. Genius Act is there. I can't believe the Clarity Act is looking so rough right now. It's crazy. Oh, Pixel Vault. Let's throw Pixel Vault on the list. Pixel Vault scammer. Let's just Pixel Vault scam. Definitely. Cappy actually looked. Cappy's had some motion the past week or so. It's getting some talk on the timeline. Just a heads up. Dude, can you fucking believe 4 months ago ETH hit 4,200? Can you believe that? Jesus. Man, how quick things change, huh? What a crazy thing. What a crazy thing. Man. Okay. Guys, remind me, is the Kanye coin that's out there real? I think it is. I think it's real. Yeah. I just let's put Pudgy Party on the list. It may end up being like Pudgy Penguins just as a whole, but let's for now Pudgy Party goes separate. We got CCM. Perp dexes we got. Oh, strategy tokens. Yep. Strategy tokens for sure. That'll probably be a top 20 thing. I don't think top 10, but I think a top 20, top 25 for sure. Did I write 1010? Yes. That's 1010 is going to be probably top 5, right? Yeah, dude, I didn't. That's a good shout. Did it get almost there, dude? Did ETH tick an all-time high? If I'm just like off the top, I'm thinking top 5 is going to be Trump inauguration or strategic reserve or something like around that. 1010 is going to be probably number 2. Something in the world of pump fun, meme coins, whatever, also be top 5. You know what I mean? Virtuals is probably going to be top 5, I think, too. Virtuals will be a top 10 for sure. But virtuals, AI, all that stuff might be, that might be top 5. Pixel Vault scam was Pixel Vault going bankrupt and like quitting and all that stuff and finding out that G-Funk was using money to gamble. And he's gone. He doesn't have any tweets, dude. He's gone. He's fucking gone. That guy should be in jail, I think. X402. I'll put it on there. I don't think it makes the list, even if it's important, which it is, but I don't know if that makes the list. But let's put it there. We had a weekend of X402 token action, which was stupid. But it was a thing. More virtuals. Virtuals will probably be top 5. Virtuals probably top 5. Do we do anything about Epstein? Maybe strategy belongs here. Like strategy could fit 1010 definitely. 1010 is going to be like probably 1 or 2. Top happening. Yeah, dude, 1010 I could probably make a case that that's going to be the number 1 thing this year because like it's going to be like Libra in the top 5, I'm assuming Libra, or Trump coin or both. That might all be one topic, right? But Libra, Trump, Melania, 1010. ETH upgrades could probably go on there. Yeah, Libra, Trump, Melania is going to be in the top 5. 1010 is going to be in the top 5. Well, hang on. We'll go back over the list in a minute. And then we'll start kind of picking through. CZ Pardon. Let's put CZ Pardon. Yeah. I think that's true. I think that's true, Choina. Like, it's the biggest liquidation event we've ever seen, and I think it's yeah. Yep. Yep, all that. Yep, exactly. ETH hit 49. Damn. That's crazy. Good to see you, Mike. Yeah, 1010 is probably going to be number 1. We got people. Let's do this is part of the Genius Act, but let's do stable coins. Which again, this is just first run through. And some of these are probably going to get eliminated, and some of them will probably break down into individual things. Okay, so that's through this channel. I think that probably, we could put Pudgies on the sphere, but I'll just do general Pudgy Penguins, at least for now. And then let's do this. Let's go through here. Hang on. Let's go through this side too. Even though this is so heavily weighted on like AI, but like let's go oldest. Because I think we hit some different topics here. Man, I wish I could call GOAT part of this year, but it wasn't, right? I think GOAT's firmly like last year. Was Monument Game this year? Like Sam Spratt? I'm trying to think. Sam Spratt's big art sale. I'm trying to remember, man. He had Monument Game, I think, was a few years back. This time around, he had Masks of Lucy. Wasn't there like a big Sam Spratt thing? And do we need to put like Mask Token or I'm trying to think of some big token airdrops or anything like that this year? I know we're missing some big ones for sure. Disney. Where would Disney go? I'm trying to think what would Disney. Yeah, what would Disney? World Liberty Financial was last year, I believe. I think 8 Fest is going to be a top 10 thing, to be honest. Just thinking about the year, I think 8 Fest makes top 10. 8 Fest top 10 was like I think it was like the end of NFTs. So I think for me, because it's going to be a little like, it's a little like subjective, right? Okay, we're still a while back. Hang on, we got to keep going here. But yeah, I think 8 Fest is going to be a top 10 thing. All right, let's see. Boy, we had a lot happen though. Anything Maraud this year? I still feel like Maraud is a last year thing. Luce. Damn, dude, we had so much crazy shit. Like, looking through all this stuff, even if it wasn't this year, all this stuff from this cycle, there's so much stuff. Peanut, I think, was last year, right? We had so much crazy stuff happen. AI16Z is mostly a last year thing. When was the ME token? Now I'm trying to remember if the ME token launched end of last year or if that was actually beginning of this year. ME might have been this year. Okay, hang on. Well, let's check here. ME token claim live. I feel like it was like December though, like last year. Yeah, December 4th. Okay, so that's a last year thing, but we're getting closer. I think, AI might deserve its own whole category separate from virtuals. Oh, okay. Probably SEC deserves its own thing. Like SEC, hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that goes this year, actually. Unicorn fart dust also, again, I think is a last year thing. Even if it's very like this cycle thing, I think it's a last year thing. Okay, I think now, yeah, now we're in 25. Okay. Um, I think the SEC we can probably throw in this year still. SEC. Um, I'll just leave it SEC, but basically like ends these investigations. Yeah, okay. Bro, the airdrop thing is kind of nuts. Yeah, I maybe AI is separate. I still want it to be crypto related, but like the Nvidia and just AI in general kind of is. Everybody's like if I have tariffs on there, then I got to have the other stuff, right? I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Okay. Bitcoin all-time high. I think Bitcoin needs its own spot. So let's go Bitcoin all-time high. Might just change it to just Bitcoin. We got anime coin. We've got does the crypto ball, which is when crypto ball plus Trump meme coin is all part of the same thing, right? But maybe that just adds a little more color to it. So I'm going to do Trump meme coin / crypto ball. Trump coin / crypto ball. Okay. Oh, Punks sold by Yuga Labs, I think belongs on the list. And Moonbirds, maybe I put them there too. Which we have Moonbirds kind of separate, but we'll whittle it down. Pengu, I think we've got. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve is on the list. Didn't happen, but SEC, maybe that angle is new SEC chair. Maybe that's what it is. I might, this maybe doesn't belong, but I'm going to put Doge on here because like maybe fits in the meme coin thing. There's something to all the Baron stuff too. Andrew, GM man. So anybody just tuning in, we're going through and we're building a list. We're trying to find the top things, the top happenings from 2025. Ultimately working towards a show that's probably going to be next week. It'll probably be next Wednesday, but we're going to go and review the top 50 things that happened this year and then build a top 10, top 20 kind of thing. So we'll get a chart out there and end of art blocks. I like that. And should we expand it beyond just crypto? Should it just be top like tech things? Let's do like LLM wars, maybe. That could go. Anime coin again, we got it. Does the orangey moment deserve its own spot like the it's just starting or it hasn't even started thing? Hasn't even started. Does that deserve, you know what? That might belong. Let me put it. We can always remove it, but It hasn't even started. Fuck, man. What's up, Rabbit King? Good morning, man. And rugs. I mean, yeah, so there's something to that. Like meme coins. Maybe it's just general. There's like scams. We'll just put scams. We can always remove it. GVC, Good Vibes Club. 25, what? Yeah, dude, yeah. I guess every year is, but this year felt like a special kind of rug, huh? Abstract. You know, if I'm going to break it down, Abstract might deserve its own thing separate from Pangu. So we got Pangu Abstract together. I'm going to put them separate. And again, this is our first draft. We can we're going to go through and like build it out. I think we got Doodles on the list. DeepSeek I'm going to put there, which belongs in like the LLM wars, but I'm going to put DeepSeek here. Because that was really, really disruptive when it happened for a minute. Aiden Ross, again, there's something there with like the orangey thing and the Aiden Ross and FaZe Banks and all of that. So I'm going to jot that down. FaZe Banks, Aiden Ross, Frank Rasmer. I'm going to put Thread Guy as his own thing. What's up, Cats? Good morning, man. I'm going to put TG as his own thing. He might deserve that. Thread Guy returning and finding like his voice and his platform might be its own thing because he's that big for crypto, I believe. Oh, guys, was this the year that Thread Guy interviewed Andrew Tate? Was that this year? Like the Tate interview and he had some big interviews. I'm trying to remember if that was this year. Ooh, China, that's a great one. 4-year cycle. 4-year cycle. That's a good one. Okay, we got Taproot Wizards, we got Barachain, we got Kanye. We don't have Dave Portnoy, but I think like I'm going to put him here and maybe he doesn't belong. Dave Portnoy. And I got Choose Rich Nick, who I do think deserves his own spot. Cats, I'm down to one anyways, my hoodie. But he's going. He's not going to sell at this price, but I'm good not being there. I'm good. I'm good. Tokenize everything. Let's put that there because that can feed into like CCM and all that shit. What's up, Hoods? GM, brother. That can kind of feed into it. So, yeah. The $50 million scam could be there. That could be. Also, that's still my title, I think, over on Retake. Let me update that. Okay. 50 mil scam we did yesterday. Guy typed in the wrong address, sent $50 million to the wrong address. Crazy shit. Okay. More Portnoy. Dog Rune. Yeah, everything Rune related would have been last year. So I don't think we have any Rune stuff this year. Well, we could do the collapse of runes. We could do that. The death of runes. Death of runes. That could kind of go. You can bid one ETH on the hoodie. Cats, no. I just don't feel very vibey with the GVC anymore. I just don't. I think they show a lot of love to whales and like the people like Blitz and X, you know, with whatever. But I don't know. Not feeling the vibes from those guys. So yeah, nothing. I still believe they'll do great. I do. So like, here's how it's going. It's not going to sell. It's listed if somebody wants to offer something crazy, like 3 ETH, I'll take it. I'm not going to part with it for 1 or 1.5 because I know I could get that. But I'll be happy to part with it for like 2.5 or so, you know? AI 16Z could be this year. Was the Shaw stuff? I mean, I know it was a lot last year. Some of that was this year too, right? When he was like banned from X and stuff. But I can't remember if that was this year or like end of last year. Op Return, Op Cat War. That's a good one. Let's put that. Okay. Libra's going to be up there. Libra's got to be way up there. Libra's going to be a top 10 thing. Yeah, Libra's going to be top 10. No shit, dude. That's amazing. Can you imagine? Okay. See, what's going to happen here is the show went from Chain Reactor and switched to the AI stuff, so it's going to be like months of just AI. Which, like, had to do it. Enjoyed it, but I wish it was just everything still. Does the Please meme come? Oh, okay. So yeah, again, hey, so we're just coming up with the top things that happened this year because I'm working on Cats next week. There's going to be a show, top 50 things that top 50 of 2025. So I'm gonna have a show and it'll probably be a few hours, right? Kind of like another marathon, not 12 hours, probably like 3 to 5 hours. Top 50 things that happened in 2025. So we're just like building out that list and then I'll start working on it. Yeah, sorry guys, that's what we're doing. Top 50 things. So I'll review what we got after. Extreme. I'm going to put Extreme Fear on the list. Might not belong. Virtuals is there. Yeah, definitely. Virtuals will be a top 10. It could be a top 5, but I think it'll be a top 10. It includes ACP and all that stuff, right? Robinhood might deserve a spot on its own. I got to think of Robinhood like as its own thing. Yeah, cutie, do that. I want to see it. Ripple SEC. We've got SEC, so I think we're covered there. We got Wizards. I might do. I don't know if this fits, but I might do like AI videos and images. Maybe we got Dude. I think so. As of now, I have prediction markets lumped together, but they could definitely be split. But the way I picture it is probably together, and like prediction markets is a top 5 thing. It's pretty badass. Yeah, the wizard outfit's pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, I think prediction markets go together I think they got to go together. Cuz otherwise we'd have like so many moments. We'd have like Poly Market founder youngest billionaire or whatever, right? We'd have Kalshi founder quickest youngest female billionaire. We'd have like multiple. I think it's just prediction markets. But prediction markets will be a top 5. Prediction markets definitely a top 5. Again, tariffs is on the list, even though it's not a crypto thing, but it's like it fucked crypto. So yeah. I'm debating. Okay, maybe we go like NFT marketplaces evolve. So it like we lump in Magic Eden and OpenSea, and they're their own thing. And they'd probably like they would make the top 50. They'd probably be around like 30 or 40 or something like that. But like OS, evolves into OS2. Magic Eden evolves to kind of be a DEX, something like that. I'm gonna put it down and we can always remove it, but NFT marketplaces evolve. CryptoPunks I have, and I think that covers like big sales, the MoMA acquisition, stuff like that. Base meme coins, creator coins, like all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Again, we're now in the AI part. Yeah, SEC we're covered. Let's see. Yeah, now we're getting deep to AI. Pokemon's on the list. Wasn't major, but I think it could land in the top 50. Dude, that was I'll definitely, just because it's a personal show, I'll definitely be mentioning CCM, and we'll talk my coin. My coin perfectly highlighted CCM. If you were there very early, you did well. Like, it's just a timing thing, dude, right? It's like if you're there at the right time, then and that's it for even a lot of these products. If you're first out or you're there early, you just win because of the attention. And I was streaming when CCM was very first popping off, so definitely a cool moment. Oh, I'm gonna throw Telegram on here. Telegram, NFT stickers. I might have to tweak that. I might have to do like more broad Telegram crypto, evolve this year, something like that. Boop. I'm gonna put it down. I don't think Boop makes top 10 or top 50, but let's put Boop.fun on the list. Oh, now this probably does. Tether AI, Circle blockchain, Visa. We got stable coins already, so maybe not Visa, but I do think like blockchains like the Circle, stable coin chain. What is it? Pulse? Is it Pulse? I'm probably crossing some things here, but there's definitely something there with like those big institution blockchains. We got strategic reserves. Okay, now we're really getting to now we're at the AI stuff. So we're gonna skip most of this because it's just AI. That was fun. It was a fun era. Dude, we showed we had chatted with the virtuals team at one point, and we were just showing just to updates on what we're doing and stuff, and we showed them this, and they laughed. They literally laughed at the thumbnails. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, literally laughed at it. Could have been like constructive and given some feedback, but no, just laughed at it, which is pretty shitty. It's pretty shitty thumbnails, so I get it. I get it. It's all good. Um oh shit, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the Zora chat. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I see that. Privacy tokens belongs. That's awesome. Yep. Sorry, I got a lot of places to look now, but privacy tokens. Privacy tokens is good. So like Zcash and Monero, and I'd throw Mute in there too, and a couple others, but yeah. Prediction markets we got. Quantum computing. Actually, that's not a bad one. Quantum. I don't know if it makes the top 50, but conversation about like quantum proofing stuff maybe belongs. I dig that. If you're watching over on Zora, this is just a quick heads up. I can't even tell. I don't think it's got a counter. If you're watching over there and you're new to like seeing my stream, I stream 7 days a week. We've been doing this for years. So just know like, yeah, this is a thing we do. Most people right now, everybody basically is over on YouTube right now. That's where most people are watching. So just a heads up about what we're doing. Can I even edit this title? Yeah, dude, cats. I was gonna call in a favor. Oh, Blast is a good one actually. Oh, but did you see CJ? Did you see that Pac-Man actually tweeted telling like devs to reach out to him? It sounds like they're like ramping back up. It's kind of cool. Also, I thought Blast was like I thought there was like a Blast CTO from guys like God, I'm trying to remember like ICO Beast and Jen and I thought a couple of people took over Blast. So could be wrong, but I think I'm right. But yeah, anyway, Pac-Man tweeted. Actually, let me actually pull that up. Yeah, there it is. Just what, a week or two ago? A week ago. Speed is the holy grail if you enjoy optimizing every millisecond of latency. Come talk to us. Yeah. Oh, and okay, hang on. It was a Blur thing he's tweeting about. Blur's hiring, not Blast. So I think Blast goes on the list. Blast, Pac-Man goes on the list. I think. I got to review how much of that stuff happened this year, but that probably belongs. I think it does. I do. I do. I've got one actually. It's fucking crazy. It's like a rake too. It's like a mini rake. Oh, so yeah, I called in a favor from my buddy who works at base. I'm like, can you ask somebody to approve me? Whatever. He didn't do it. I just checked and I happen to, be good now. But I got so many contacts at base now that I'm going to start DMing and saying, "Hey, check out the interview with David last week." And I'm going to start putting a bigger focus on base. See if I can get them to like engage and come on and all that shit. Blur, wow, how'd that happen? Cutie, how'd that happen? That's cool. Got a little pudgy. Interoperability between blockchains. Well, funny enough, Sober, I don't know. I think of this year as like a year where like interoperability really happened. Like wallets upgraded. Now you got these bridges getting built, right? Like I kind of think this way bigger next year. I think you're right, but I think interoperability could be on the list. I'll put it there for this year, and I'll probably debate it out. But let's put it there, and it probably doesn't stay, but it's there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're getting way more current now, so I think we've got mostly everything. Yeah, we're real current now. Okay. Monad we got. I kind of think the Manhattan Project, well, I'm sorry, the Genesis mission could be its own thing. But that probably is just in AI, just AI in general. Mega ETH we kind of got. I still feel like I'm missing a big one though, like a big one. Okay, we're current at this point, so we've got a list. I don't even know if it's 50 long. We got the Trump coin. Crypto Ball doesn't deserve its own spot, but it's where Trump coin was like launched, so I'll have it there. Scams in general, I'm going to keep it, but I don't know what that ends up being. That might be Libra, which is already on the list. Melania, kind of same thing as part of that conversation. 8Fest definitely belongs on the list. Even if it wasn't like a big old, like, it itself wasn't a thing. It's what happened to NFTs after 8Fest is the story. And I think it's like a top 10 or it's definitely top 20. 8Fest could be a top 10 thing. Trump inauguration probably is on the list. But it's like, where do you fit that in if we're also going to talk like some regulation stuff and strategic reserve and, so I think it's on the list. I'll keep it for now. I think for now it stays on the list. ChatGPT, maybe not that version of it, but whatever. Strategic Bitcoin reserve, yes. Bitcoin ETF belongs, like not just ETFs as a whole, although maybe, actually probably, but yeah, it should probably be ETFs. So let's go all ETFs. And I'll do this and I'll go or just Bitcoin ETFs. We'll whittle that down. Virtuals. Absolutely. Virtuals will be it'll definitely be top 10. It could be top 5. Could be top 5. Bagwork is there. Bagwork, in fact, when I get to CCM, let me go here. I'm gonna mark that. So when we get to CCM, it's Bagwork that's going to be the face of that. Fartcoin I have, but I still consider Fartcoin a 24 thing. Even if it reached its peak this year, and I think it did, right? Like Fartcoin hits like 2 bill this year or something like that. Actually, Fartcoin I do think should be this year, I think. Wrecked Brands is definitely going to be in here. They'll be a top 25 easy. They could be a top 20. Probably a top 20. 1010. Here, I'm going to bold anything that I think is going to be a top 5. 1010 is top 5. It might be number 1. Trump coin, probably a top 5. I'm going to put virtuals and we'll like eliminate stuff if they don't belong. Libra. Regular animals will be like top 15, possibly top 10, but that I'm not sure. Hyperliquid probably going to be a top 10. CZ Pardon's on, yep. Digital asset treasuries, we're going to put top 10, but for now, it's, again, if it's bold, it's in consideration for top 5. Pengu will not be top 5, but I'm going to put it there just to debate out. Genius, okay, let's do PUMPFUN, CCM, and let me put Bagworks here. Genius Act, worth a debate. Terrace, also worth a debate. Blockchains could be top 10. So Barachain, Monad, Mega ETH. Maybe. ICOs. Maybe. Man, that's interesting. Topic of RWAs. Yeah. I mean, Daddy's just gone again. Well, although we saw a tweet, so we saw a tweet from the man. So he's around. He's around. Tweeted about Blur. What's up, English? Good morning, man. Prediction markets is probably. Oh, you know what, man? We got some good ones. Prediction markets is top 5 potential. Banana Zone M2 is top 5 potential, although I don't. It probably is. I could see Banana Zone M2 at like 5. Launchpad Wars belongs, but not top 5. InfoFi, maybe. It's probably a top 10. Pudgy Party, Strategy Tokens is probably like a top 15. CZ Pardon is probably a top 15. Stable coins, Genius Act, all that stuff is probably a top 10. I'm going to put it here. Bitcoin all-time high. Orangey hasn't even started. That one's going to be really, really high. Yeah, Daddy tweeted. Yeah, dude. So, Hoods, you got to remind me if AI16Z, we can pull up the chart. I know they renamed and everything, but was AI16Z this year or was it last year? When did AI16Z peak? And then when did what's his name? When did Shaw leave crypto Twitter? That might be a 24 thing. Because, yeah, we're not doing this cycle. We're doing 2025. This one's interesting, though. Orangey, and then separately, or maybe it's all the same, but FaZe Banks, Aiden Ross, Frank Rasmer, that whole fucking crew on the list somewhere. Tokenize everything, also part of CCM, part of memes, so we got to figure out where that goes. I'm going to put it, I want to bold it, but I don't think it belongs. Here, I'm going to bold Orangey because I'm just getting feels about that. That belongs somewhere pretty high. What's up, Hickoy? Hickoy? Am I saying it right? Good night, sir. Or GM or whatever. Extreme fear belongs, but I got to figure out because I got a lot of things that are like extreme fear and 4-year cycle and like kind of related, right? Privacy tokens should be up there. Quantum stuff, Blast Pac-Man, interoperability. Okay. So let's start whittling down our top things. ETFs might belong up here too. So let me put it. $10.10 is going to be really high. $10.10 might be number one. Digital asset treasury should be high. Okay. All right. Let's see. Tariffs should be high. We're essentially getting our top 10 right here, though. Okay, hang on. Pangu's going to go up there. What I missed? There was some ICOs. InfoFi's got to be up there too. I think we're gonna have a strong top 10. Top 5 is gonna be tricky, and I don't want them all to be like market related. We got to have like a little variety. Stable coins, Bitcoin all-time high. Orangey, it hasn't even started, I think is such a big moment. Which is also like Banana Zone. It's kind of similar, right? So I could see like one of those two getting eliminated, but they're kind of different. Okay. I think this is a good. I mean, that's like 15 to 20, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. That's 19. We got 19, right? We got a strong top 20. It's probably going to be all one list. I don't think different categories, although, I've got a week and a half to plan this out. So it could be broken down into categories like macro, NFTs, crypto. Yeah, and that's why we could do categories, because we could break it down by like, yeah. But I think it's gonna be big. I think it makes sense to do one big list of just the top things that happened. Just top things that happened. Trump coin. And I think these need to be separated. Crypto ball was just signaling like the change, right? Okay, so the orangey thing is kind of the same as like the Aiden Ross and Frank and all that stuff. It was them sitting around on a live stream and Aiden Ross saying that like the top was in because the Trump coin came out, right? You remember that? Like Trump coin comes out and he's like, how's that not the top? The president dropped a meme coin. Like that's it. There's nothing bigger than that. That's the top. And everybody's around him, and especially Orangey goes, it hasn't even started. Everyone's like, no, it's just the start. That's going to get everybody's attention. Everybody's going to come flooding in here now. I think that was a big moment. Even if it didn't have like impact as far as it like the moment itself, I think it was a big one. Might be a top 10, maybe not, but it's up there. Okay, I think prediction markets has to be top 10. Actually, right now I'm going to start whittling down top 5 candidates. 10-10, prediction markets. I might, for now, have Banana Zone in there. I think Trump coin, probably. Libra. I could, yeah, I don't know. Boy, it gets tricky right here. InfoFi's got to be there. Stablecoins and Genius Act is probably all the same thing. Prediction markets, 10-10. Maybe Banana Zone doesn't go top 10. Yeah. Luna, they probably didn't have it to start with, though, right? It's like, it's just when you make money doing a thing, you assume you made the money because you're so great at it, not because the market just gave it to everybody. You know? What's up, Dream? No, I don't think I will. Don't buy my coin, though. Like, I don't need nobody buy coins. Don't do it. Don't buy coins. One day, dude, sober one day. Or if it doesn't, it's just coins got to equal equity. Actually, on that front, there's something interesting happening in CCM, in creator coins, which our buddy Will is doing something interesting there, which is okay. Will, when he does a show, projects pay him to go on his show, right? So Will hosts a twice a week virtual show. And for a guest to come on, they got to pay him. They pay him in their token. And then Will has a thing where, like, if people engage, so if you show up to his spaces and if you engage with the tweet and stuff, every month, I think it is, he distributes some of those coins to the people, to the audience, to the people who engage, which is pretty interesting. And so then he's now gone a step further, and he's got this thing that's more like, it's almost like an ETF, I guess. It's like there's a basket of coins, all those coins that we get distributed. If you buy like a Will coin, the Will coin is exposure to all the coins that are given by the project. Something like that. That's what Will's doing now, which is pretty interesting. I kind of like that. But I saw another. I think it was Mert tweeted out something really similar today, or yesterday. See if I can. Yeah, here we go. Creator ETFs. Okay, your favorite crypto Twitter person creates an index fund of tokens. So for him, like Zcash, Solana, Bitcoin, some shit coins, and then mints their ETF shares. You buy the ETF shares if you think the person is a good decision maker. Depending on how the ETF does, you can finally know if a given personality is a sound investor or a LARP. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a cool idea. So that's different from the Will thing. The Will thing is just straight up sharing. Well, the Will thing is like rev share, which is cool. I think the rev share thing is super cool. Something there. I don't know. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But it's cool. It's not nothing. Might be nothing. Okay, what other big things do we miss? I don't think we missed stuff. I don't think anybody's going to get a base airdrop. That's my gut feeling. I don't think there's going to be a base airdrop at all. Actually, on stage last week at the base event, the way they were talking about it was talking about making sure your tokens go to like real fucking people who like want to use the token. I think they're signaling there's not going to be like a base token farming and using it and all that. Yeah, I think so, dude. I don't think there's going to be a base token airdrop. I think they'll do a pre-sale. I think that's all they'll do is a pre-sale on Coinbase. I don't think there's going to be an airdrop. Maybe they'll give some to protocols to then like airdrop to their communities some, but I don't think much. Hang on real quick. Dexter AI will do rev share when the Clarity Act passes and allows this to happen, hopefully. Already incorporated in Wyoming, waiting for the act to pass. Dexter's putting the most money, pulling the most money or volume as well. Interesting. But why do they need the Clarity Act? Like, why was Caesar able to do it? Although it's probably easier when the Clarity Act passes. But I think we're going to see a ton of that, dude. I love it. Like, Scott, I think we'll see a ton of that, which will be awesome. But yeah, digital asset treasuries on the list. Maybe it belongs top 10, actually. It's definitely it's a top 20 for sure. It's a top 10. Is it a top 5? Yeah, okay, let me put it up there, because I guess if anything, we're whittling down the top 10, the real top 10. Prediction markets, 10-10. I got to put 10-10 at the top as of right now, I think. 10-10, prediction markets, Trump, Libra, Hyperliquid, basically perp dexes, InfoFi, digital asset treasuries. These all are top 10 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more for the top 10. I think AI virtuals goes there. I don't think strategic Bitcoin reserve does, because it didn't happen really. Even if it was said and signed, hasn't done anything. ETFs, I think, belongs there. I kind of think something meme coiny needs to be there, like meme coins / CCM. I don't know if those are separate though. What do you guys think? Are meme coins and CCM totally separate? Or is it all part of the same thing, right? Like tokenize everything. Memes are the same as CCM, or the same as, whatever else. Yeah, Mike, I got to find that specific part of that stream where they were talking about it. They were talking very specifically about making sure the token is for people who want to use the token. And it just made it sound a kind of way. Yeah, Scott, I hope so. And I think so, actually. I believe that. So let me see if I can find this, by the way. Base token, no airdrop. I'll use Grok to see if we can find it. But there was definitely, I think it was this. Oh yeah, here we go. This is it. All right, let's just listen real quick. Let's see. It probably means nothing, by the way.
Until now, token sales have been broken. Projects use airdrops or launch pads that make it hard for real community members to participate at scale. It's difficult for projects to get their tokens in the hands of people who actually want to use them.
Okay, so there's not a lot there. But also, I don't know. I think that's reading too much into it to say no base airdrop, or what. But it's good to think about. It's good to think about. Hey, I'll say this. This doesn't matter one bit. Doesn't mean anything. When I had David from Base on the show last week, so I had to give questions ahead of time what I was going to ask. Right? Very, very. It's a very tight ship over there, I think. And I had on there, and I even worded it like this: you can't answer, but I have to ask anyways, right? When base token, and will there be an airdrop? And like this again, it means nothing, but he couldn't answer. No answer. Actually, not even that he couldn't answer, like zapped it. What's up, Shizzy? Good to see you, dude. I know you. But yeah, didn't zap the question, could not ask that question. Also couldn't ask a question that had like something to do with AI and virtuals. And I think the reason is they want to focus on they just wanted to focus on base app, which is fair, totally fair. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm not convinced we get a base token drop. Will be cool. Wrapping and staking tokens came about towards the end of 25. That could be. I mean, especially if I'm trying to get a top 50, we might need some stuff. Some more like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So we're at 10 right here. 10-10 prediction markets, Trump coin, Libra. I just don't know if I should lump Trump coin and Libra together to talk about that specific, few week period. As of now, separate, and I think they stay separate. I think there were 2 big moments at the top, Digital asset treasuries belong. I think all these belong. I could make a case for virtuals not being there, but it would be real close. It could be like an 11 or 12, but I think it's a top 10. I like the Banana Zone M2 thing though, and I like Genius Act. Like if those are not top 10, they're real close. Like all together here. And actually tariffs, yeah, I'm going to put what I think belongs like in that conversation. Banana Zone M2, tariffs, Genius Act, stable coins, could definitely put those together. I like it hasn't even started, but also again, that might be part of PUMPFUN, or that's kind of part of Trump coin, I guess. It's not a separate thing. I can make it a separate thing, but I don't think it belongs, you know? Ape Fest, I think most people will disagree with me here, but I think Ape Fest belongs not in the top 10, but I think it's a top 15 thing. I think Ape Fest belongs really fucking high. Agree, disagree. That Ape Fest is top 20, but I think Ape Fest is top 15. That's cool, Mike. Mike, prediction market thing? Okay, hang on. Dude, I wish I could code. Oh, I guess I can. Anybody can now. Kinda. Vibe coding, you know. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody disagree with Ape Fest being that high, like top 15? I think it belongs. And I'm gonna put Melania up high, but it's also probably part of Libra. I think we put it as part of Libra. I think we go like this. I think we do like Libra, Melania, Hayden Davis. I think that's what that is. I don't think I need Crypto Ball here. I think that probably goes with like inauguration, if inauguration even stays on the list, right? I think Rect will be a top 25 thing. I think regular animals will be a top 25 thing. I think something with base will be top 20. Taproot Wizards Mint and GVC Mint are going to be up in the top 25-ish or so. Let me see what stands out. Strategy tokens, I think, is a top 25 thing. And mostly because, again, a lot of this is subjective, but I think that's a thing that's going to survive and doesn't mean they'll be worth a fuck ton, but I think we'll see strategy tokens, you know, kind of going forward. All right. Portnoy, 4-year cycle, meme. Kind of goes with M. Okay, let's do this. I think Banana Zone. Yeah. I think Banana Zone M2 4-year cycle. I think that's like a crypto Twitter. Everyone's an expert conversation, right? And I think that's the moment. So it's not a specific date, time, whatever. It's just the fact that everybody's an expert on thing at given time, right? Just like Taros. Although I think Taros is separate, but I think these go together. Banana Zone, M2, 4-year cycle. I can even throw business cycle in there too, right? Sound right? Sound fair? I think so. Okay, what else? I feel like we got all the big ones. And at the same time, I think I'm missing a big one. Yeah, I think there's something else that I'm just not. I bet I'm missing one thing. CZ Pardon belongs top 20, I bet. Tokenize everything. Huh. Sober, why would that matter? I'm trying to think. X turning into something like WeChat. which is okay. Is that closer to like Snapchat? And it's more like a texting group chat kind of app? Extreme fear. I kind of feel like that goes somewhere high. Because that was like, I mean, we were in the longest stretch of fear, extreme fear, like longest stretch in years in there. That's probably a top 25 thing. I could probably see top 20. Boop.fun goes wherever we get to like meme launchpad wars. Man, I really feel like we're missing a big one here. I got one. Ethos. Reputation. I think that belongs somewhere. Ethos is definitely top 50. Maybe top 25-ish or 30, but ethos I think belongs. Like I want things that are important, even if they're like not like the biggest narrative. And I think ethos was a big enough narrative. It's ethos to me is like a strategy coin. Had its moment, it's useful, and I think we see it going forward in a lot of ways. Yeah. So I think ethos belongs here too. And what else? There's more. I know there's more. But the best part is I got a week to like really whittle this down. But I think this is a strong start. And I do think top 15, 20-ish will look a lot like this. 10 10 is going to be hard to dethrone. Now, I'm going to save some of the debate on this stuff too for like this show. I'll do a good promo ahead of it too. We'll lead up to it. We'll give it like a week of heads up. But I think 10 10, it's going to be hard for me to put something ahead of that. And it's kind of a bummer that most of the top things are, well, half of the top things are shitty. 10 10 shitty. Trump coin. I guess it depends how early you were. Libra and all that shitty. PUMPFUN, CCM, all that, mostly shitty. God, there is something else somewhere. Like a big hack. There's something we're missing, like a big hack or a big scam or like a product or something. That's probably prediction markets. But there's something else big we're missing. But this is where it'll be cool because I'll go through the newsletter and I'll find like literally every fucking thing that happened. Everything. What's up, Atari? GM, bro. It's good to see you, man. You're a funny fucker, by the way. You cracked me up, dude. UAPs would be sweet if there was some kind of like crypto tie. Okay. So at least you got me thinking, Mike, maybe it's not crypto. Maybe it's not a top crypto thing. Maybe it's a top everything thing, right? Maybe it's a top everything, like just top moments from 25. That could be it. Okay, let me make a note. Because maybe it's just not, it's going to be skewed crypto, but because then we lump in, was the Luigi thing this year, and then we'd have like Charlie Kirk in it. So UAPs, what are some other big fucking things from this year? Just to get an idea if this even makes sense to do. Iran. What else? What's like a big new pope? Was that this year? Was Pope Bob this year? Something this year that was like big, just big, but nothing to do with crypto. Okay, hang on. We can cheat. This is beautiful. Hang on, we get to just cheat. Okay, what were the top 10 world events this year? That's a stupid way to put it, but let's see. Hey, if we get some cool shit, it's kind of all about the content. If we get some cool shit, then we do it. Hey, Pope Bob was this year. Okay. Trump. So Trump election, or inauguration then. Okay, Pope Bob. We got the Israel Hamas war ceasefire, which ain't real. Um Yeah, I mean it's mostly shitty stuff, huh? 3i Atlas we get. AI, political shit. I mean, if anything, I find a way to tie these into crypto if there's a way. Like we got meme coins out of this. We got the Trump meme coins. We got I don't know. If it fits, that's how we find the meme coins. Dude, the Minnesota shit's wild, isn't it? You know what's funny? Because like so much out of the Trump administration's fake. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you know what I mean. But like that thing's real. Like there really is a lot of fuckery in Minnesota. Like we're talking like billions crimed. So like that's real. So then what was it called again? The big of the Manhattan project of today, that big AI thing then would fit, in top things happening this year. I forget the name of it, right? But that new Department of Energy AI initiative, that could kind of fit if we move out of just crypto entirely, right? So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It probably stays crypto. By the way, this is random. Oh, that's actually a really good one for the list. Government shutdown. Because that did have a huge impact on us. That had a huge impact. That belongs on the list. Good one, CJ. Yeah, see, I bet there's a few more things like that. That belong. Here, you know what? So now I'm gonna throw this list into ChatGPT and ask what we might be missing. Okay, let's try. Okay, let's see. Sober, which one? That's interesting. I think Bitcoin. Is it Bitcoin? Sober, that's really interesting. List solid. Okay, heavily skewed towards memes, maybe. Okay, what's missing? Strategic Bitcoin Reserve we have. Genius Act we have. Crypto appointments actually might. That's probably a good one. We have ETFs, but crypto appointments, which I kind of have as SEC, but maybe it should just be more broad. Crypto appointments. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yep. Oh, Ripple. Interesting. Gold outperforming Bitcoin's a good one. Yep. Gold versus. Okay. Because then we get the Shift versus CZ. We can even throw that in just for like, something to put on the screen. That's a good one. Hacks. I remember there was big hacks, right? The Bybit hack. Wasn't the Bybit one the biggest hack ever? I think. Abso-fucking-lutely, dude. All of them. All right. Goat. I'm tempted to do goat. You know what? Maybe there is just a general meme coin one. Because okay, I think it was this year that we hit a meme coin like all-time high in market caps, right? Was that this year? Did meme coin total market? I think that was this year where we hit like 131 bill or something like that. If so, that deserves a spot. Oh, okay. December, dude. Okay, we just missed it. Okay, we missed it. It was last year. See, this is where it's tricky. That like some stuff that carried over to this year was like a last year thing. So I don't know if I can do all the meme coin stuff. Bitcoin all-time high is there though. Total crypto market cap hitting 4 trill. 6.7's interesting. Man, there might be something there. There might be. Something with Solana could make sense. I don't know. It's a good starting list. I'll say that. It's a pretty good starting list, but there's more. There's more. And it's saying its mine's like weighted towards like fun degen stuff, which it is, but also I just think some of these aren't like built out. But like Genius Act is there and tariffs there and strategic Bitcoin reserves there, and now we got crypto appointments. What else? What here is serious? Again, I think wrecked and regular animals are going to be high-ish. I need to check when Fartcoin hit all-time high. But I think wrecked is going to be top 25. I think regular animals will be top 25. Could be wrong. Things like OpenSea, Magic Eden will be like top 40 or in the 40 to 50 range, somewhere there. I do think Wizards and GVC Mint, two of the top mints, will be like in the top 30, top 25. Blockchains, also top 25. Launch pads, I think top 25. Here, let me just delete the December 13th. That was just a joke, really. CZ Pardon, I got to think through where that belongs. Like it belongs, but like where? And privacy tokens belongs to, and probably pretty high. Oh, dude, shit, real close. Dude, Ordinals was a blast. What's up, Gravity? Good morning, man. Dog is I think Dog is sub 100 now, isn't it? Here, let me peek. I think Dog is under 100 mil. Oh, 101, but I think it dipped under 100. Saw Leonidas tweet about it. That's kind of funny. Yeah. So I didn't see, did Tate get rocked yesterday? Like I know he lost, but I didn't see if he got like absolutely wrecked. But if this is real, awesome. If that's real, then fucking awesome. God, that was crazy times, dude. I'm telling you, and I know I've said before, but like I made it a point when like, when I before working here in Web3, I'm like, we're working remote and it was gonna be a requirement. It was a requirement to go back to the office. You need to get the vaccine. I'm like, everything you can do to not go back, you need to do. Agreed, Mike. Agreed. I think next year it's like, I think the privacy meta like explodes next year. Maybe the biggest meta. Well, you know, okay, we're looking for the next big meta, right? I think it might be right in front of us. It's already big, right? But I think the privacy meta, I'm with you. I think privacy might be the whole thing next year, like might explode. Oh, that's a good shout. I'm gonna ask it. Yeah, let's see what Grok does with my order. But yeah, I think next year I wouldn't be surprised if privacy is like the thing, and we see a bunch of privacy coins, or maybe even like, dude, we could see privacy wrappers, right? Right? Could like, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but you could make a like a wrapper for Bitcoin that's like a privacy wrapper, maybe. What's up, Marty? Okay, it's ranking my stuff here. So we got Trump, Libra, inauguration, CZ pardon, pump fund, memes, CCM, all that stuff. This is pretty good. I don't know if I put Pangu at 12, but maybe. Okay, this is wrong. There's no way Flog is 13. Yeah. And I think, I don't know, would perp dexes be ahead of like AI? And I have virtuals for AI. And so like by volume and all that, yes, it would be ahead. Yeah, I think Hyperliquid or perp dexes needs to be ahead of AI, right? And then I think even InfoFi maybe is ahead of AI, maybe ahead of AI, maybe. That's a good one too, dude. That's a real good one. That's a very, very good one. But you know what's interesting about that, Zober, is hearing like the SEC chair talk about that we need to have privacy. They just had a privacy summit last week. And hang on, there was actually another comment here. Who was it? Who was it that was just saying central banks will not hold Bitcoin because it's too transparent? And I'm like, they get it. Yeah. So hang on. Could you make a privacy wrapper? I think you could make a privacy wrapper for anything, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I was looking if I had that tweet still from God, who was it too? It was like not a nobody. All right, let me know. I'm gonna play this real quick. Let me know if you guys have audio.
There's three components of Bitcoin that I've kind of put my side on. When is this going to go back up? Because the one thing I believe in is that it's going higher. The question and the point you made, what's the probability? What would have to happen for it to sell off past 80,000 and down to 60? Well, number one, the chart is horrible. Okay, there is no way. I've said repeatedly, I'll keep saying it until you close 3 days in a row above 92,000. I think the downtrend is in place, and you have to be very careful that it could extend further than what you believe. What would make it extend? Well, the equity market needs to get worse. I don't think that's going to happen, but like I said, there is a risk to me that growth is going to underperform value. If that happens, which I don't think the market's going to go down, because when you have PMIs going higher, the big risk is that rate hike fears start to enter the market. Like I said, we have disinflation at this point. This looks like the beginning of a reflation stage, which is very good for markets generally. So I think it's a good year for stocks. But if for some reason the rotation dropped down the hyperscalers, because in the next earning reports, they actually show some risk, Bitcoin could sell off. I don't think that's going to happen. And on a probabilistic basis, a move down below 80 for any significant amount of time to me is a low probability event. The technical side is still bearish. The good side for me, again, I wrote the paper about a silent IPO. I still believe that's going on.
Okay. I like it. I like it. English is calling 60 easy. Things get ugly down to 30, but 60 locked in. Could be. Could be. He's got I need to go back and listen to this whole interview. It sounds pretty great. Bitcoin outlook and the silent IPO. I'm kind of curious about that. Definitely going to go back and listen to that today. Okay. I think I like our list for now. I think it's a solid starting point. I'll keep plugging away at it. It's a good list. I know we got shit that belongs that's not there. I know. I know for sure. I'm going to skim this article, by the way. Okay, hang on. If Bitcoin was used to kill the dollar, it wouldn't cost so much. There are other cryptos that can make the same difference. Let's see. This looks too like I don't want to read this. And I think this is probably going to end up being a very silly article. Let me just see if anything jumps out. Actually, I'll have Grok sum it up in a minute here. And I hope he has like a TLDR at the end here. Oh, God. If he's bringing up 404s. Thinks we'll get a recovery, not driven by fundamentals, utility, or technology breakthrough. It'll happen because meme coins and NFTs remain the most effective vehicles for expressing shared collective belief in the social value of an asset. As long as humans continue to speculate on cultural meaning, a practice they've engaged in for centuries, the appetite to assign and trade social value will not disappear. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Here, let me ask Grok to sum it up, but I don't think there's anything fresh here. Let's see. Let's see. What? Due to current technical issues accessing the content, can't give a TLDR. What the fuck? What is that shit? Jesus Christ. It won't give me a TLDR. Can it not read articles? I bet it can't read articles. Okay, hang on. And I think I'm already putting way too much time in this. I don't think it says anything. Other than people will spend again when they're feeling good. Sure. Okay, let's see. Okay. Key problem, too much supply. Yeah. Too much supply. Proposed fixes. Adopt ERC 404. Not going to happen. Too complicated. It's not complicated at all, but it's too complicated for people. Deeper issue. Credibility damaged by extractive cash grabs. Yes. Outlook. Recovery unlikely in 26. Whatever. Again, I just like no shade, really. I'm just saying we're going to get a ton of articles that are just saying the same shit and aren't like pushing any conversation forward. You know what I mean? Like just it doesn't it's just talking to talk, which is all good. Most of it is. Real quick about Tate. Okay, so Tate got wrecked yesterday. He lost to this fucking guy. This guy. Lost to this guy. Maybe he got better since this fight. That's crazy. Holy shit. You know, like Zober, I still believe that. And it's funny it hasn't played out yet. And also, like, I wonder if it hasn't played out yet because like it's being traded and manipulated. I hold on to that thesis with you, dude, that it's a store of value. English, how was it? Like, was it fun to watch at least? And I'm sure crypto Twitter did its thing. This fucking guy. I don't know. It's not like I watch him and know how he fights, but like looking at this, I assumed Tate was going to wreck him. I thought Tate was going to wreck him, but he didn't. And also respect to Tate for getting in there and just doing the thing. Gotcha. Okay. Still, I would have thought because Tate, you know, I thought Tate, not like he was ever an elite fighter, but that's the biggest thing. Age does get you, dude. And age got Tate for sure. It really, really does matter. It really does matter. Here, let's peek. I haven't even looked at prices today here. We'll probably see another Sailor buy today, huh? Oh, no shit. Okay, I didn't realize that. That makes a lot more sense. How did he win? Did he win pretty soundly? Was he looking good? Tate getting gas makes way more sense. Way more sense. Yeah. Okay. Yuck. Also, whatever. I was gonna read this. I'll probably just check it out later. But Decrypt article: Bitcoin's entered a bear market. Yeah. That's true too. Tate's a kickboxer. I would not fight that man at all. Bitcoin bear market. Remember, the bottom is going to be October 2nd. October 2nd. Yeah, I wonder how bad that is for his brand, honestly. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Again, about 10-10. I like that English. The L would have been to not take the fight. I like that.
30% or approximately 20 to 30% of all market makers went out of business from that fall off in October. Whether or not the number is right or not, I'm just going to take Mike for his word and just say the event of October was a big deal. And now we have no retail buying because the chart's horrible. And until the chart's positive, macro funds that trade it and retail is not going to be involved. So you need that to turn positive. That's the 92,000 thing. And that number matters more than just the technical thing. It's also unchanged for the year. So I think once we get back above it, I think it's an important thing.
Again, back to fallout from 1010. Market makers got destroyed. And I think there's still something to Wintermute was one of them. But I don't know. And at this point, I don't know if we find out. Like one way or another, you think there's a way we find out, but I don't know. But this will be interesting too. Again, like this, so much I don't fucking know. Get ready for Trump's 5% economy. We haven't done it for over 40 years, but I believe it could happen next year and or the year after that. Everyone's underestimating President Trump's reimagination and rejuvenation of a new capitalist path to prosperity. This is the hopium. That's the hopium, and I'm going to buy into it because I don't know any different. It's all words, and all the words sound good and they sound right. And until somebody tells me they're not realistic, I'm gonna buy into it because I want it to happen. That's all. Not because I know it'll happen, not because it makes sense, but I believe the AI thing is going to matter in the market more than it looks right now, right? You know what I mean? I believe it means something. I believe it's AI that means something. I believe that. David Sachs saying inflation's coming down, interest rates are coming down, tax cuts are coming. These are the conditions for a Reagan-like economic boom. Just as important, we have an AI investment supercycle driving an extra 2% of GDP growth. Again, extreme hopium, and also, I don't know any better. Could be all these guys are full of shit, and it could be that there's a setup coming for something pretty magic, and don't know. And I'll sit on the sidelines like I'm doing now, and I'll wait, and I'll jump back in easy mode if it comes. And it might not come, but if it comes, I'm jumping back in. Of course, who isn't? So I know we're all hoping. And I do believe those good times come back. Again, who doesn't? Biggest fear is it doesn't happen next year. Democrats just clean house in the midterms. And then any of this agenda that could be helpful is over and done with before it ever really got started. And then especially in 3 years, right? If the Democrats win the presidential election, not going to say they might not be pro-crypto by that point, and I know a lot of them are right now, but I would have a lot less confidence. And again, could be totally fucking wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. I just want to see us successful, and I want to see the good times back regardless now. And I want to see them next year, and I want to see no matter who's in office, it's what we all want to see. So in a way, I'm not rooting for one side over the other. I'm definitely conditioned to think the Democrats are not going to be as good for the market. And that might not be true. Don't know. But I think it's true. And this is why I don't vote. Because I don't know. But I like the privacy meta for next cycle, by the way, or next year. I like that. I'm all there, dude. I'm all there. Privacy meta. I'm all fucking there. Privacy meta 2026. And I think we'll have some big wins. Big fucking wins in privacy. Bet on that. See, shit like this gets me excited. Amazon's new $11 billion data center in Indiana. I'm betting on more of that. And we know we need these power plants. And we need just a lot of this. A lot of growth. If it's not next year, year after, whatever, in the next 5 years is the bet. Just that's the bet between that and quantum computing and the robotics thing. It's hard to not see something pretty explosive in the markets, and crypto will play its part. So one day it'll get cool. All right, I'm a boogie. It's my little girl's birthday. I'm so excited. I love this kiddo. She's the fucking best. My kids are fucking awesome. But that was fun. Thank you. Thank you guys for helping me with that list. That was pretty fucking cool. So again, next week, I was gonna do this week, but like I forgot it's Christmas week. So Wednesday's Christmas Eve, I think. Thursday's Christmas Day. I'm not gonna do it this week. Next week, probably next it's gonna be next Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm gonna have a long stream. Probably 3 or 4 or 5 hours, and we're gonna go through the top 50 and we'll talk about each of the things and we'll do the ultimate ranking. And there we go. And there we go. Go Hurricanes. Is that today? Is that a today thing? In English, I hope you have a great English. You're awesome, man. I love English. He's great. Yeah. Subscribe, by the way. Remember, subscribe. It's Inside NFTs on YouTube. Stream here Saturday and Sundays. Usually go a few hours. Today's a little shorter. A little bit. But subscribe over here. We're now live on Zora, so just add that to the mix of places we're live. We stream 7 days a week, though. On the Crypto Slam account, on Inside NFTs, it's on Abstract, it's on X, it's on Kick, it's on whatever. And actually, I got to keep up the Twitch thing, too. So anyway, we'll get that shit in order. Anyway, have a great day, boys. Oh, shit. Was that yesterday English or today? Oh, it was yesterday. Okay. All right. Got it. All right. CJ, appreciate it. Guys, enjoy the day. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.